Well, then what do you do once you've got a talent like that at 12? You know, obviously your projections are college and international. You know, you start to have dreams of like, hey, I could take this kid all the way. So how do you nurture a talent like that without driving it down their throat and pushing them,
Right.
you
No,
know,
so
beyond?
that's tricky. And to be honest, I think I got lucky a lot of the times. But in all honesty, the first 6 months that I worked with her, she hated me. And I found her very frustrating. And it wasn't until I got smart enough to recognize I needed to treat her like a 12 going on 13-year-old girl rather than this elite. Or no, I guess actually when I started working with her, she was 13. She turned 13 that summer, but
Yeah.
regardless, um, I had to treat her like a 13-year-old girl and not like the athlete she was. And, I was there expecting her to behave like a 16, 17, 18-year-old at that level would behave.
Hmm.
And she just, wanted to have fun and hang out with her friends. And, early on, she was somewhat disruptive in a way that because everybody wanted to be around her and hear what she had to say. And so when she would show up at practice and she had a 45-minute drive to an hour. And so if there was traffic and she was a few minutes late, basically practice stopped when she got there because everybody they much preferred to hear what she had to say than what I had to say. But so I got smart, probably some advice from my wife and some other people. And the way I won her over, this is a true story. We were at our December senior championships, and I knew that the winner of each event, the coach was going to give out the awards like a lot of meets do. And I knew for sure she was going to win the 400 IM. And so before the race, and they awarded right after the race. So before the race, I had this little electronic fart machine that had a little remote speaker, and I hid the speaker behind the curtain where there was, 1, 2, and 3, where the people were going to stand on the podium. And so sure enough, she won. And I go to give her medal, and I hit the button as she bent over, and everyone just starts cracking up, and she thought that was the funniest thing ever. So that little toy is probably as responsible as anything else to all of her and my success together, because it was that moment when she realized that I could be fun and not just this, slave driver kind of a coach. So
Yeah.
that was a great moment.
I love
She
that.
she,
It's
she
a good
then
lesson.
I gave it to her, and then she brought it to school and got in trouble.